Alright, good afternoon. We're on a solo adventure today, starting off at the dirt lab. And we're gonna go KOM hunting today. And if most of you on here are cyclists, you probably have heard of the app Strava. Sorry for the wind. It is quite the windy day today. Alright, so the next trail we're going to is called V Trail. It crests over a ridge. And so to make things spicy, I like going off to the north side, which has some drops, and it's really chunky and rocky. Tons of fun. Right now I'm just making my way up to the climb, and we'll catch back in at the top of V Trail. Alright, so this is V Trail. You can see there's a drop, and there's another drop that actually gaps over like a rock garden, and it goes into a right-hander. I always like to make sure that there's nothing on the bottom of this drop, because I have had experience where there was. So we're going to drop in from this rock ledge. We're actually going to hike up though. This is the trail proper. It comes in right here, but there's an extension up the hill. We're going to hike up to the top of the hill, hit the full trail, and then we're going to keep on going. This is not the KOM attempt. Whenever that happens, we'll get to it. That's pretty far away, but I'm going to try to conserve battery. All right, so we are going in V. We're going to be keeping it pretty mellow. It is relatively steep, and honestly, I just have not been riding steep stuff that well these days. Woo, super drifty. My brakes are brandy like I said before. There we go. Here's the rock slab. Come in. Come off this. Looking nice. Ew. There we go. Alright, we're going to connect it to the rest of this trail. Okay, clip back in. Nice gap. Phew. All right, now we're on to the next climbing trail, and we're going to be climbing this trail called K Trail, and it's by far the gnarliest trail out here in terms of this rawness. There's way steeper trails, there's faster trails. This one is steep, slick, and very rugged. So we'll catch you at the top of K Trail. All right, we have made it to the top of K Trail. K Trail has this notoriously steep hike-a-bike, which is rough. I only can get about halfway pedaling one day though. So we're gonna go down this. Like I said, it is super loose, steep, rutted out. It's a lot of fun if you know where you're going. There's a bunch of like tight switchbacks, and it's not a trail that you need to ride too fast if you're not familiar with it. And even when you do get familiar with it, it's not one that you push. It's all about riding like super smooth. And so like I said, I'm just not feeling good today. I'm not sure what's going on, so we'll go for it. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I love this. This is a fun one. All right, how's it going, sir? Yep, hit the rut. That's just formed this past season. I'm gonna get clipped back in. Alright, here we go. Pretty much on the brakes the whole way. Drifting through stuff. There we go. Right lane. Woo. Definitely in these pads. Burned in well. Ooh, I went off a lot. Drifting out of control. So new ruts are forming, and this thing is definitely not sustainable. Woo! I was definitely hit this section way faster on that part. All right, that's pretty much it. That was K Trail. Super gnarly, definitely unsustainable. And you're pretty much just sliding the whole way down. But that's what makes it fun. It's pretty gnarly. All right, we're now gonna pedal over to this trail next to it called Saddle. We're gonna climb up Saddle, and then we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go down the north side of Saddle, which is this high speed, loose, chunky trail that I always get my shin hit by loose rocks. So fingers crossed that won't happen. All right, I'm gonna cal up the climb like I said and try to conserve battery. All right, let's go. Oh, what the hell is this? That threw me for a loop. Yeah, I was not expecting to go right. All right, so this video has been derailed. I ran into Gonzo that you just saw in the last scene. He's like a local legend. He is super quick. And we're actually just going straight to the KOM clip because he wanted to give a go at it as well. So we'll go from there. All right, got some water. Want to tighten it up. Get some deep breaths. I know what to do. We're gonna do it. No, that was it. It stopped at the cross.
Oh, I fucking know better than you would.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that was sketchy as hell.
Yeah. Whew.
Like, don't pin yourself to the max on the pedal sections because you'll throw yourself off on the technical sections.
Yeah.
Your heart rate gets up to 180, 190.
And I can't focus. You have tunnel vision.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, but it's happening.
All right,
so
dude.
Go like 85, 90% on the, like if you had to pedal harder, you could.
Yeah.
And everywhere else would be fucking good.
Money. Hell yeah, dude. All right, I'll see you at the bottom.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you okay? Okay, there's one more coming back.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, superb, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Sorry about that.
You alright?
Yeah. Whew. You what?
There we go.
Whew. Yeah, it looks good though. Everything else is fine. All right. Whew, I'm glad we survived.
Motherfucker. Usually I'm riding with music and now I heard your wheels way the hell up. I'm like, fuck. Well, not way the hell up.
Yeah, probably last second came in flying.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I hope you have a good ride. I'm glad we're okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, have a good one. Stay safe.
Wow, that was absolutely hectic. So let's break that out and really talk about how did I get into a situation where I was going into a head-on collision with another rider. This was on a Friday around 3:30 at one of my local riding spots called Haw Ridge Park. This area is a perfect place because it's less populated than most of the riding areas in the Knoxville area. It has great technical terrain that's really good for that enduro race environment, and it really makes a perfect opportunity to try doing some efforts and really see where your fitness is at. This video also was filmed right before the cusp of everything breaking out with this worldwide situation where we're not allowed to go on group rides and whatnot. So at this point, I was thinking there was going to be a race season, and so that was really the focus of this video, was to really push myself and see where I am going into the enduro race season for 2020. So the plan for the day was to do this loop that weaves on and off of the ridge. There's one major ridge at Oak Ridge where all the good downhill trails come off of. The best part about it is that as you work your way through the ridge, each trail honestly kind of increases in difficulty in certain different ways. Some of them are steeper than the others, some are more loose, and it really gives an opportunity by the end of your riding session to really feel really good and strong. And so my plan was to do this long loop and then go to the trail that you see in the video called East Ridge and give a KOM attempt on. This plan was a little bit cut short because while I was riding on the ridge trails, I came across a really good friend that you saw in the video. His name's Gonzo, and he's a really fast shredder. And he had already been riding that day. And so he was about to end his ride, and I mentioned that I was going to go do a KOM attempt on the trail East Ridge. And so the long story short is that we just decided to cut the rest of my riding out and would just go straight to that trail so we both could have a good time. And I could also show him the trail because he wasn't really familiar with which trail I was telling him about. And so we rode directly there, and I really wasn't feeling the best. You can hear in the video, I mentioned that it was kind of cold. I really wasn't like feeling on top of my game, but it was a perfect day, in my mind, to go out and still give an effort. Normally on my Strava KOM attempts, I never do it on the weekend. And for the exact reason that you see in this video, because I don't want to put anyone at risk. I don't want to put anyone else at risk of getting injured, and I don't want to put myself at risk. The last thing I want to do is hurt someone over riding bikes. And so if I was going to do a KOM attempt over the weekend, I would have someone go down the trail and make sure there was no possible way for someone to come onto the trail while I was riding it. And so that's the freak thing about this whole situation. It was a Friday, like I mentioned, around 3:30. Normally there's no one on this trail system. I could come out here on any other Friday before this worldwide situation. I'm going to go into that. Before this worldwide situation, and maybe only see a rider for the whole entire ride. 20 miles, I might only see one person, one rider, or maybe one runner. And I think what was so interesting about this is that I did get an indicator while riding that maybe this wasn't the best day to do a KOM. If you can see in that first video, as we go down the trail, there was a rider on the left side of the screen that was coming up. And to me, that was really a fluke, because I hadn't really seen anyone ever on that part of the trail at that part of the park before. And I thought, wow, that was weird, but no big deal. So that's why we went up and re-gave the effort. Thinking about it now, it makes sense why there was probably so many people on the trail on that Friday. And the reason why is probably because it had been raining for about 2 weeks before. So I'm not going to make excuses, but it definitely was not in the best situation for me to be giving an effort on that day. We should have had one of us ride out before and just make sure the trail was empty. And so that's the biggest takeaway I want from this video, is for really everyone to realize that, hey, I'm still going to go and ride some Strava. I'm going to do some KOM attempts. I think it's a great tool for racing and really to see where you're at in your racing. But to really try to take the precautions so you don't allow this to happen, especially now. As this worldwide situation has been coming, there's more people on the trails than ever before. Bike shops are running out of bikes. There's 15-20% sales increase on bikes across the nation and across the world. There's more hikers out. And so that's my biggest warning. When we have a surge in population, you're going to get surprised about where you're going to start seeing people on the trails. You're going to see people in then the farthest corners of the trail system that you may have never seen before. And I think that's the biggest part, is that we just need to be aware and be courteous, that we need to do the best thing we can do by just making sure that we take the precautions we need to make sure we don't have situations like this happening. So whether it's having a friend come with you when you do these efforts, or going really, really early in the day and just re-riding the trail a couple times to make sure no one's in the way, you have to do what you have to do, because that was such a lucky situation where I did not hurt the individual and I didn't hurt myself. So I feel super fortunate, and I'm going to get off this rant, but I hope someone can take some lesson from this. And yeah, thanks for riding with me. I'll catch you on the next one.